Archangel Warren Worthington, number 3, is a mutant. And surprisingly, something that people don't know is when he's one of the founding members of the X-Men. He was born to an astounding wealth as the heir to the Worthington business empire, but he didn't let his privilege upbringing dampen his compassion for his fellow man and mutants, though. That's the great thing about honor. Even when you got a lot of money, he went straight into heroics. If you want to get more lore on him, you can literally pause the video right here if you have to. The official handbook of everything related to Angel, Archangel. About the heroics things, back to that. Saving his boarding school classmates from a fire. Doing so wound up creating a superhero identity as the Avenging Angel. So he did have a short solo career, but it was short-lived because, you know, of course he discovered X-Men, the founding members, recruited by the X-Men and one of the founding members and stuff like that. Charles Xavier quickly located him and recruited him. You know, he's loyal and courageous and even time willing to sacrifice himself. He's loyal as well, but somewhat hot-headed. Fits everything about him, right? But throughout his career, even though he has done countless battles with protecting the innocent, humans and mutants alike, doing X-Men adventures, that type of stuff, he got a couple of injuries, right? In the midst of all this, ended up losing his mutagenic wings and things of that sort. Imagine something you're born with, you're gone. It's like waking up one day and you don't have your arms no more. You know what I mean? He was really hurt over this, actually. He was even seeking to end his own life, but the being known as Apocalypse wasn't having that. He restored Warren with celestial technology and intervened in the process, giving him lethal techno-organic wings, turning him into a killing machine known as the Archangel, the Horseman of Death. Kind of turning the great heroic being into like a instrument of death. However, did regain tenuous control over his murderous Archangel personality though, even though Apocalypse changes have proved to be long-lasting. For example, the techno-organics are bonded to him at a cellular level. The cells, they're not human, or mutants, they're not even organic. Kind of like on some multi-personality disorder, thanks to Apocalypse, he can shift into Archangel, replete with bladed wings and a colder personality at times, because the Archangel personality has reasserted itself at times, even though he generally continues to fight to protect the world that hates and fears the X-Men, etc. But before I go any farther, thank you all that have donated to the channel. Appreciate it a lot. Let's turn back the clocks right quick. Here into something I already showed you about his powers and abilities. His mutant physiology grants him superhuman abilities, as you already might guess. Before his wings got taken away and all that crazy stuff, when he got injured, he had large feathered wings, right? It allowed him to fly at speeds at over 100 miles per hour. Pretty decent maneuverability. His physicals and generals are enhanced. Talking about how he's getting fast on the track. Looks like you're slimming down to getting too lean, making him stronger, faster, more agile. Even states here, I'm not sure, even with my enhanced eyesight. They talk about his good eyes here. Talk about his eyesight here again. Talking about eyes far keener than any raptor. But I mentioned earlier, these feathered wings didn't last forever. He ended up getting metallic, harder wings. Like this, shape-shifting and etc. Things of that sort. Techno-organically derived from his own shape-shifting cells. So don't be surprised if you see him do superhuman stuff. They've already mentioned enhanced speed and strength, even though they don't have to mention this in Marvel for them to do superhuman stuff for some reason. But the fact that they're even mentioning this over and over again, let you know, just get your brain ready for all the feats. There was even a time where Archangel exhibited a healing factor, a pretty quick one might I add, and his blood, on top of all of this, could actually heal others. So yeah, Angel has a lot more depth than you probably originally thought. They even talk about Archangel's life seed energy powers at one point, like later on down his career. They said that in your previous life you encountered a celestial life seed. It's a sort of alien genesis bomb designed to regrow whole worlds. Thanks to these events, it even stated, as the old you died, a new you was born from this seed, a whole new mind, new personality, new powers as well. Apparently, judging by these energy blasts you've described, since being reborn, you've continued growing, changing at a remarkable rate. The power of this life seed still courses through your veins, a power that is nothing less than staggering in its potential. Hold this little energy construct. Like, let that sink in. If you can get to see an idea of what he can do as the Archangel, or I'm just going to be jumping back and forth between Archangel and just normal Angel, strength, lifting big armored beings in the air, charges at Age of Apocalypse, Sunfire, driving him into Age of Apocalypse Iceman, drives beings through stone, through the wall, both showing strength, duffel bags on top of it, might I add, and they seem to be full of power tools. Even while injured, he can fly through with enough force to plow through trees, slams large demon from the air to the ground real hard, flies through a waterfall that dumps supposedly thousands of tons of water. Respect all of that. Slows the crash of an X-Men flying craft with strength examples. wings, slung Wolverine into a wall, smashing it this one time, carried multiple large monsters, Battle Feet throws them back, slams X-23 into the wall thanks to his liftoff. He broke free of these restraints that encased his wings. As you can see, they got him trapped, but nope. Stops this large bomb from falling, then throws it in the air. And if he could do all that with his lifting power, just imagine what he can strike. Most folk can strike harder than what they can lift, me and you included. I mean, his wings add to his striking power, like knocking 5 men back. I mean, look how big the wings are. Smashes through ice from underwater, striking. He be cutting the flesh of folk, slices through tissue and bone. As the darker Archangel, you might as well say these are giant blades or wings, right? Yep. Various occasions of slicing with the wings, striking power using them as deadly weapons consistently. He cut through a stone door because he can, consistently slicing through metal and other materials, doors like that. Jets gets murked. He's got some decent battle fighting feats with some decently sized inanimate object type of stuff. Flies through that. Strikes that, flies through it. Yep, it's consistent, breaking restraints, taking blasts, durability feat, by the way. Breaks through, yep, flies through, slices through that consistently, flies through that, causing destruction when it flying through the gate. Night trees, Battlefield Wolverine, consistently breaking through stuff, you know, breaking through walls. I mean, he flew right through a mech. He seems to be one of those characters to use his travel speed in combat, so it kind of applies to him because he's always flying in the air. So the amount of energy produced based on his flight speed kind of adds to his kinetic energy, drilling through floors, like drilling through walls of a villain's underground base. For example, like shredding, slices up Godzilla-looking creature thanks to Angel fighting big creatures this big. Techno-organic, of course. Flies through him. Yeah, you see the power. He smashed into a roof, causing debris to send Logan and Gamut flying. Xavier even says he could cut diamonds. Smashes through a stone pyramid. Flies through a Sentinel. Of course, they gotta fight Sentinels. They even go a bit farther. The most advanced Sentinels ever created, they say. And the X-Men are destroying them, working together with the X-Men, of course. Iceman and Colossus over there. Angel flying right through him. He's a beast, but he does have his limits. It's implied that he can't cut things harder than diamonds. Wolverine and even Warpath had issues restraining him, showing his levels of strength. I mean, heck, he tossed aside a desk with one arm. Snaps off a diamond board, then hit an enemy with it. Carried Bishop with one arm this one time. Does this to a man in fast circles, showing his strength. Striking power-wise, he broke his enemy's blade with his sword. Smashes Hydra Soldier through a mech's window. Large humanoids get slung and overpowered in this scuffle. More than one, and they're pretty big too. Hit Psylocke through a stone wall before, Battle Feet. One-shots multiple armored enemies. Implied to be able to scuffle with Sabretooth, hitting him back here. He's not necessarily in the strength tier with characters like Colossus either. One could say his wings add to durability, being able to shield himself kind of with his wings, adding durability to his, I would say his wings are more durable than his actual skin. Being able to withstand psionic darts, for example. Hi, Rogue. Shields himself and Psylocke from missiles. So yeah, he's durable. His wings are durable enough to withstand an actual missile. By the way, these same darts that had the same level of durability are somewhat able to give discomfort to Rogue, even though she had Wonder Man's powers, a Thor-ish or Hercules-ish tier character. This is actually insane. I actually got a video about how strong is Wonder Man. For these wings to be this durable, that's pretty cool. These psionic darts destroyed a helicopter too, by the way. Yeah, by the way, blocking gunfire and projectile weaponry ain't really nothing to him. He's consistently able to block all of it on plenty of occasions throughout his career. This could also be a reaction feat to be able to put his wings up fast enough before the bullets hit him. So yeah, his wings adds as shields, adds to his durability, protection, and resistance against projectiles. Also being lethal weapons to slice and dice depending on if it's the Archangel versus feathered wings. Archangel seems to be more lethal when it comes to using techno-organic or metal wings, right? They even shield up from a flame bash in the battlefield, blocks Wolverine's claws. Blink even destroyed his wings this one time, but guess what? Healing factor on deck. Angel's wings did grow back. His wings got cut, but they seem fine moments later. Heck, they even straight up say it. It's not even an assumption at this point. They will heal. His wings will heal. He's fought Hawkeye before, showing his endurance battle feat with another super soldier tier type character. It's stated when his Archangel alternate persona is taking control, his psionic armor is as resistant as Apocalypse's Can't just mind destroy him when this other darker persona takes over. When it comes to raw flight speed, he can match the Blackbird's raw flight speed. Earlier Blackbird models can reach Mach type levels of speed. They even state multiple sonic booms. Went from Winchester to London in minutes. Keep note that the distance between London and New York is 3,000 miles speed. Flight speed is so good that he's even been seen to take off after jets, catches up to the jets in the process, like I showed this earlier. And he does it again, catching up to jets. Speed. Aerial combat is what his specialty is, being able to avoid stuff in aerial combat like bullets, evasion, pretty consistently. I'd like to think so myself. Respect that speed. Heck, even outmaneuvers a young Quicksilver. Flies literal circles around Cannonball in a training session. Actually evaded lightning from a possessed storm. Lightning levels of fighting speed at least, meaning that he should be able to react to things moving faster than 224,000 miles per hour. He blocked Bullseye's arrows from close range before, reacts and evades Sentinel missiles, evades Hawkeye snipes, even splits a flying arrow, might I add, between the two. He blocks Silver Samurai's sword in the middle of combat with his wings. Never underestimate the power of his techno-organic wings. Doing this to Old Man Logan. Destroys a combat droid, slicing into concrete. Slices through a soldier. It's implied he has neurotoxins, but this is very inconsistent throughout the years though. He's launched his wing knives. These neurodisruptors work fast. Xavier says these toxins can put a T-Rex to sleep. There's even been cases in comics where his wings might have some sentience, aka the wings are alive, reacting on their own, cutting off an enemy's head. They have murderous intent that he has to ignore, but if he gets distracted, gets injured, the wings can act on their own. The time he was knocked out, for example, but Archangel kills rebels, thanks to his wings acting on their own. He even went as far as saying that his wings guided him out of a place one time. He's got enough combat skills to impress Apocalypse in obstacle course type stuff. Takes down these huge harpy robots, like they're like literal huge. One of my favorite battle feats is the fact that Archangel actually fought Silver Samurai in this particular occasion, showing off his abilities and etc. It's one of the few occasions, something he rarely ever does by the way, showing off his celestial energy projection type stuff. One of his best battle feats of all time is when he fought an alternate reality version of the Phoenix Force, Age of Apocalypse, might I add, and Age of Apocalypse, X-Men, X-Force, and etc. This is the occasion I showed you of him blocking Wolverine's claws. This is probably a very cool showing, if I were to be honest, even though he doesn't have the raw power of Phoenix. But you gotta respect it, as you can see. Using the blast on Phoenix there, that's kind of crazy. You gotta respect Angel. I honestly wish there was more comics of him showing off his celestial energy powers. You know what I'm saying? Using this sword against Silver Samurai in this combat was totally something that was epic to see. It's also implied but not confirmed that Angel could possibly be however you say that word on screen. According to Azazel, they are a group of angel-like mutants who were the traditional enemies of that on screen, who were fanatics who had a strict black and white view of morality, which led them into conflict. This escalated into a holy war, causing one side to flee or being exiled to another dimension. It has been implied but not confirmed that existing mutant characters may be descended from this. For instance, Archangel both have fully feathered wings on their backs and blood-based healing factor. Intriguing lore, right? But for the most part, that's just about going to do it. He's pretty straightforward. He's matched Wolverine on too many occasions. I would say that concretes him legitly. Heck, he's even scuffled with higher tiers, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's on their tier though. But yeah, he's definitely gotten extended fights with Wolverine, the top tier super soldier when it comes to physicals. Obviously, his claws can cut Hulk tiers and stuff, but that does not count towards his physical strength. You know what I mean? But yeah. Angel has reacted to gunfire on too many occasions when it comes to fighting speed, dodging an attack from Hawkeye, one of the characters that's in the super soldier tier that has microsecond reaction time. Wolverine is the same guy that has disarmed and defeated Winter Soldier in combat. Wolverine has gotten in fights with Daredevil in fighting speed and skill and etc. That's impressive because you already know how fast Daredevil is. Daredevil can react to things in a microsecond. Daredevil can fight Wolverine, and they're comparable in fighting speed to each other, or else they would show one get blitzed, but that doesn't happen in none of their fights. But Angel fought Wolverine, matched them consistently in fighting speed, meaning that Angel has fighting speed in the microsecond, which is 1/1,000,000th of a second. This is common for super soldier tiers in Marvel. I would say Angel, with his wing durability and stuff, could allow him to hang with higher higher tier than super soldiers. Like maybe Spider-Man on a good day if he uses wings to defense, but if Spider-Man punches him in the face, though, you know, it's over. But you get what I'm saying. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Respect Angel. Did you know he was this strong? Legit member of the X-Men. Respect him. I'll see you guys later, though. Hit a like, though.